Gentleman from New Jersey who brought the guest here, Mr. Pasquale.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank the panelists. Excellent, all of you. I contend, Mr. Conklin, I have a question for you and I have a question for Mr. Dennis. I contend that an important part of health reform is providing at least a minimum benefit to ensure that individuals have meaningful coverage. Without this component, I fear we will have a race to the bottom that leaves many sick people behind and others with coverage that fails to meet their needs. Some have argued that a health reform package that provides for minimum benefit will restrict employers' ability to tailor the benefit to the employee's needs. In your testimony, you highlight the experience you faced each year when you were shopping for coverage, to use your word. As I understand it, there is relatively no choice in either what you are able to offer your employees and consequently no choice in the options among which your employees can choose. Now, this is a problem that's not just unique to your business. I think you'd agree with that. My question is this. Given your experiences in shopping for coverage that meets your employees' needs, do you really believe that a minimum benefit standard would impede your ability to provide adequate coverage to your employees?
No, Congressman, I don't. I think it would be one of those very useful tools in helping us evaluate and understand what that minimum, we don't know what that minimum is. I don't know what it is. It would be great if somebody could inform me in that way and my employees.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Dennis, in your position paper, one of the primary points made against an employer mandate is that it fails to address the real problems of the health insurance market for small businesses, which is primarily affordability. I agree with you to a point. An employer mandate alone will not even begin to solve the problems. But I would like to make it perfectly clear that no one here has claimed that making any single change will solve the problems of our health system. You haven't heard that from anybody on either side. In fact, 4 of President Obama's 8 health reform principles addresses cost growth and affordability. So I venture to say that affordability is the single most important issue in this debate. On that note, I'd like to point out that some of the options you've provided us in reducing health care costs include expanding high deductible plans, this is in your testimony, preempting state laws that serve to provide assurances of adequate insurance coverage, it's there, attempts to allow employers to offer the most bare bones policies. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, because I've heard some folks from the other side, my good friends, you would almost think that Medicare was a bare bones plan. So my question to you is this. How do more bare bones policies that ignore state laws and fail even to cover reasonable benefits provide protections for individuals, particularly those with chronic conditions or complex health care needs? Are you suggesting, therefore, Mr. Dennis, that we ration health care?